Your practice is your consistent emotional, mental, energetic, and physical support system. Welcome to Reiki with Mariah. Today's video is going to be talking about my level 2 Reiki training. And obviously I teach the Reiki level 2 in the traditional sense, so we do the manuals that have been passed down and go through the new symbols, so the mental and emotional symbols, but some new teachings have come through, so I will be teaching the traditional way but also be overlaying some new things as well, which is super duper exciting. So I'm going to have a little mini preview of one technique that sort of come through that I've been finding that's really beneficial for the mental body, for my clients and for myself. So what is the Reiki level 2 all about? So the Reiki level 2, we go through your level 1 training again in a short version. So we'll look at the Shokugure and how you've been using it and utilizing it in your life. I'll get you to show me your self-practice, talk about your self-practice, how you're feeling. So I'm feeling warm here, I'm feeling cold here. I sense this is going on, and then I'll also get you to do a treatment on me so that I can feel what you're bringing into the space. And also get you to do an intuitive reading, so whatever comes up, you don't gotta be like knowing everything, but just feeling comfortable channeling the information. And then we go into the new material, so reviewing the chakras again, and but looking at them from a different perspective. And then we go into the new symbols, which is super exciting. So it's the mental and emotional symbols. So the mental symbol is very liney. There's 22 lines in the configuration of it, and it takes a little bit of time to really harness the direction and how to draw it, and then eventually you can just draw it with the third eye and use it as a stamp for quicker healing, I guess you could say. It's very structured, and that's how the mind is. It's very straight and boxy and needs things to be a certain way. Emotional symbol is more fluid and it has more curved lines, so you start to build a relationship with the fluidness of that symbol, and it's an amazing thing to learn how to work with those symbols, because then you can work with your own mental body and your own emotional body, and you build a deeper connection with yourself. The mental symbol is what you need in order to do distance healing. Obviously, you can do things based off an intention and still do work distantly, but the mental symbol allows the potency of your energy to sort of enter the body of the client or your friend or your family member that you're working with. And also the mental symbol allows you, it's like a different level of consent with the crowns, so you can go in through the crown and really work with the mental body, so you're picking up colors and sounds and shapes and all these different senses through that symbol, because you're sort of making a portal between your mind and the person that you're working on, so that's pretty cool. And with every attunement, there's a 21-day cleanse, so the level 2 you're going to have another 21-day cleanse, and with every attunement we're increasing your sensitivity. So right now we live in a world where you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, you need to protect yourself, all those sorts of things. And obviously there's a level of, yes, protect yourself. You want to be able to be so sensitive so you can be the most effective healer. And all we need to do is gain that sensitivity, but then know how to create those healthy boundaries and have the tools to always consistently clean, so we're not allowing other people's stuffs to stick inside of our body. So that's important when you come into that level 2, because you're always going to be in other people's auric fields, but you're going to be very present and very conscious with that shift of being in their space. So using that mental and emotional symbol in your own body is going to be very important as you move forward into that practitioner space. When you do get the call, there's going to be like a new level of confidence that comes into the body. So what I like to say is that when you come into that practitioner level 2, it's like you're solid, like you feel like very connected within yourself and your own workings, that other people's workings aren't going to affect how you operate, because when you become a practitioner, like once you enter that space, you're no longer the name that you were given, you're no longer that human in some sense, you're a channel for that energy, and you have to be able to clear all your own shenanigans in order to be present with that person. And that can be hard if you aren't stable in yourself, because removing that some aspects of yourself in order to be present with that person can be scary if you don't know who you are, because then you come into this like loopy state of like emptiness. But when you train to be stable, remove your stuff and be able to come back and forth of being an empty channel and being you being an empty channel, it makes you stronger. So that level 1 is so important, so that you can really understand who you are, so you know what you're going back to. So you know what you're sort of sitting back into when you come out of that sort of Reiki trance after the session. Because when you go into that room with that person, it's like there's a vortex around. It's like you're being consumed with all the energy and all the information from this human that you're working with. And it kind of feels like you're in there for like 18 hours and you're like, whoa, my life is totally different, but you're just experiencing like the shifts and changes in such a potent way. And then the person leaves and you're like, all right, who am I again? And then you come back, and then then you like do your self-treatment and you clean it out, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. So you have to be able to be stable enough in order to witness and experience those massive shifts if they do come into the space during a treatment. I just want to touch on one technique that's been really important for my own subconscious clearing. So it's a combination of the mental healing symbol from Reiki, and then also a subconscious clearing mantra from Kundalini Yoga. So if you are a level 2, or you're going to be level 2, you might be familiar with all of the lines, 22 lines of this the symbol. And what I've learned over time is that if you inhale, hold the breath, hold the root lock, and you're not allowing any breath to escape the space, that energy that's coming down through the crown becomes so potent in the body, and it's better to use it that way because nothing's leaking out anywhere. So you're holding the root lock, and then you're holding the breath in. And while that's happening, you're also drawing the symbol as well. So that's why it's really important to be able to master your breath in some capacity. So training yourself to hold your breath a little bit longer each time. You want to see how long you can hold your breath, see how long it takes you to draw the symbol, whether it's with your hand or with your third eye. And once you get that down, then you can overlay the mantra. So this might not make any sense if you don't know what the symbol looks like. So I'll place it here. But with each line, you want to overlay with part of the mantra. So the mantra is Gubende Makande Udure Apare Haring Karing Nurname Akame. So obviously there's a lot of words happening, but that's why you have to learn this in stages. So it's learning the breath, learning to hold the root lock at the same time with the breath, and then learning all the strokes of the mental symbol, and then learning the mantra. And then you can wrap it all together. So just in brief, with each line you're saying part of the mantra. So the first line would be Gubende, and then Makande, Udure, Apare, Haring, Karing, Nurname. So with each line you're saying one of these words, and obviously these words have a English translation. I like to use the Indian words, just because you're not associating it with anything. Because if you're like, say you have a resistance to the word courage, and you're there like, courage, 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 courage. It's good over time because you're like priming yourself. But if you have any resistance, it's like you're not going to be completely in flow with the word. So it's kind of good if you don't even know what it means. Obviously, you know that it's good for you, but I find that has been really helpful for me with introducing different mantras and priming the subconscious for success and other things. I mentioned before, so for the level 2, we're doing the traditional, but also some hardcore training of third eye work, because your level 1 opens up the third eye space, and then the level 2 opens up the heart space. So there's like more, because everything is made from love, and you are pulling in love energy to do the work. So if your heart is more open, you have more energy to work with, so you can start feeding that into the third eye. You start feeding it onto all the other chakras. So I want to make sure that with all this new energy that's pumping out, you're able to utilize that and continue to work with this. So always training that space to do more, to see more, to work in different places that you haven't been before. So I will be posting a step-by-step on how to do that level 2 mental, symbol, and subconscious clearing technique soon. I'm going to have whiteboards and all the things. Yeah, super excited. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to all the stuff that happens in the room with the humans that I work with. All these new techniques are flooding in, like some I can't catch because I'm not in somewhere else, but the ones that I do catch, I'm writing them down and I want to share them. So